Hi everyone, I'm Scott Stokely and this is my round two recap, and as promised I have a confession to make, but that's going to come in a little bit. So I want to start with, I think over the years there's been a misunderstanding. I've heard this from multiple people about me. I joke about everything. Uh, that's how I deal with pain. It's how I deal with nerves. I like to joke about things, but it's not just how I deal with things. It's also my life's good. I'm playing frisbee for a living. I'm on the disc golf pro tour. Cry me a river about my bad break or my bad round. I'm not going to do that. But I want everyone to understand, when I joke, it does not mean that I am not taking this serious. I'm taking this so serious. So with that understanding, I have two different openings to this video because I played really bad today. Real bad. But I have two different openings I started thinking about during the round. The first one was, man, I really pooped a bed today. Not only that, I showed up and played bad disc golf too. And then I also thought, God, I was late to my 2 p.m. tee time today. Well, technically my body was there at 2 p.m., but my head remained in my ass until 2:30. I don't know why. That's just what I was thinking. It's how I was dealing with the fact that I started off with a bogey and then I followed it up with an 8. And all I kept thinking about was how I can turn this into something where I'm smiling instead of crying in front of the gallery, because I really truly wanted to just start crying. But instead I was laughing about it. So I'm going to go to my confession. And this is really actually hard to admit. As open as I am with everything, this is a tough one. I got nervous and I choked. And I know you're saying, oh, well, everybody gets nervous. I don't get nervous when I play disc golf. I don't. I've been doing this my entire life. I am completely comfortable with it. I never thought I would get nervous playing disc golf ever. And then I spent all night thinking about, oh my God, I'm 2 good rounds away from winning the DGP tournament, and how I'm going to shock the world, and how excited I am, and how all I got to do is, just all the things that would go through a person's head. And I was on the first hole and I just didn't feel good. I felt anxious, I felt anxiety, I felt nerves, and I didn't know how to deal with that because it's unfamiliar to me. Now, the good news is I will be in this position again a bunch of times. I've learned from this because I settled down after a couple holes, and I'm going to be fine next time this happens. It's not going to happen again. Well, at least I don't believe it will. But that's what happened. I went to the first hole and I thought, I'm just going to play a conservative up the middle, try to get my birdie, but let's just make sure I don't screw up the first hole. I'll play real safe, and I threw it out of bounds anyways. And then on the next hole, I just threw a bad shot. I ripped the heck out of it, but I threw it into the river. I had a long approach shot, and the best way to get up and down on that shot, if I was going to try, because I can still par the hole, all I got to do is throw it under the basket. I was like 400 feet out, but I just got to throw it under the basket. But the best way to get there was to throw over the water the whole flight. And the problem with that is that when you throw a shot like that, if you don't execute, you're effectively taking a stroke and then having to rethrow. I got to move up a little bit, but I should have taken the more conservative approach. Even if I screwed up a more difficult shot, worst case scenario, double bogey, but I was thinking that was already going to put me 3 over after 2 holes. I needed to par that hole. And I was tense and nervous, and I threw it over the water, and I never came back in bounds. And then I threw my next shot up near the basket, and then I stepped up and was putting from 7 from like 15 feet away, and I missed the shortest putt I've missed this year so far, from like 15 feet. And it was just, I don't know what to say except that was it. I choked. And but I kept it light. I kept to one of the most important rules, which was not bringing my group down. I'm, gonna try to make sure that I'm gonna smile. My goal always when I'm competing is I don't want anybody watching, any of the people in the gallery that weren't watching the scores would have no idea if I was having a hot round or a terrible round. It's real important to me. I find that to be how a professional is supposed to behave on the course, at least my version of what a professional is. So I kept purposely like hitting my chin, keep your chin up, keep it. I kept wanting to put my head down. No, keep your head up. And I kept my head up the whole round. And I can't wait till I get to make a second round recap video where I'm not talking about how I had to keep my head up. But that's it. I did. I kept my head up. I played the rest of the round 1 under par. Double bogeyed the last hole. So I shot the rest of the round 3 under, and then I got real aggressive on 18, which if I was having a good round, I wasn't going to do. So I didn't play badly after that. But yeah, it was frustrating. But strange as it sounds, even though I'm old and I've been doing this for a long time, I learned from this today. I will be in this position again, and next time I'm going to know how to handle it. I do not think I was wrong to be playing super aggressive this round. I'm here to win, not just cash, and so I was playing aggressive. It's just that playing aggressive with a case of the nerves, really just those two things didn't go together. So maybe that's what I could have learned from it, is that even though I planned on playing aggressive, since I was feeling nervous, maybe I should have been conservative the first couple holes until the nerves settled down. In fact, I'm going to think on that one tonight, and I'm guessing that's probably going to be my conclusion. But that's it. I'm going to come out tomorrow. I'm going to have a good round tomorrow. I'm probably still over 1,000 rated after 2 rounds total, just because I had a good round yesterday. And yeah, that's it. I choked. I plan on that not happening again. Thanks, everyone.